There are two areas that people always talk about: the Vibe Beach Club and the Thermal Spa. Both of them cost extra. And the real question, are they worth it? Travel smarter, not harder.
They're premium spaces designed for guests who want a quieter, more relaxed environment during the cruise.
Let's start with the Vibe Beach Club. Adults only, limited access, and you have to pay to get in.
Which keeps the space from getting overcrowded.
The whole point here is simple. Less people, better seating, and a much more relaxed space than the main pool deck. Because on sea days, that pool deck, it's packed. Up here, there are loungers, day beds, hot tubs, and a private bar.
There, on sea days, when the regular pool areas can get pretty busy, this is the spot people can go to if they want to relax in the sun without fighting for a chair.
Up here, there are loungers, day beds, hot tubs, and a private bar. Now the real question, is it worth it? Some people swear by it. Best part of the cruise. Others don't really care. So it really comes down to one thing: how much you value space.
That's probably something we'll have to figure out once we're actually on board, if there's any passes still available, because those do traditionally sell out quickly.
Now the other upgrade, that's completely different. The Thermal Spa isn't just a spa, it's a full relaxation circuit. Same deal as Vibe, extra cost, but this is where it starts to make sense. I want to pause for just a second because this is where a lot of people get stuck. One of the most common questions we hear: which cruise line should I actually book? Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Norwegian, Princess, and a lot of people end up booking the wrong one for their travel style. So if you're trying to figure that out, we actually built a cruise personality quiz. It's linked right in this video. It's completely free, and at the end it matches you to the cruise line that fits your style the best. That quiz, it'll point you in the right direction. All right, let's get back to the video.
The Thermal Spa is part of the Mandara Spa on the ship, and like Vibe, it's an optional pass that is an additional cost. But once you see what's actually in there, it starts to make a lot more sense why people buy it.
Instead of just popping into the spa, you're actually here spending time. You've got heated loungers, a therapy pool, multiple heat rooms, steam, sauna, salt, clay. There's even a nice room to cool down in between sessions. Hot to cold, relax, repeat. It's a whole experience.
There's also the heated ceramic loungers, which I love. Those curved stone beds that stay warm and are designed for relaxing after the heat rooms. The therapy pool, where the water jets are designed more for muscle relaxation. The pool's really not for swimming.
I've got a feeling this might end up being Kat's favorite spot on the ship. Maybe the swirl. So if we lose her, this is where I'm checking. So between the Vibe Beach Club and the Thermal Spa, you've got two extra ways to escape the crowds. One is space and sunshine. The other is full-on relaxation. It just depends on how you want to spend your time. But that's just part of the story. So if our channel helps you cruise smarter and spend less, do the YouTube thing. Let us know in the comments below. Hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Really helps our channel, and make sure you don't miss any stuff that the cruise lines don't exactly advertise. We've walked through the ship and everything Norwegian has to offer, and the other half of the story is where we're actually going. So here's the itinerary for this sailing. We're sailing out of Miami, so day one is all about getting on board and figuring out where everything is. So we'll get to explore the ship and get settled into our cabins, explore a little bit, and of course, start figuring out where the good food is. After that, our first full day is a sea day. Sea days are when everyone gets a chance to explore and try some of the restaurants, check out the bars, figure out where your favorite spots are going to be on board. Our first stop is Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. And we're there from early morning to mid-afternoon. We arrive at 10 and stay till 6, which usually gives us a nice amount of time while we're in port, so we have plenty of time to get out there and explore. Then we head to St. Thomas, which is a really fun stop for me, because Noah and I, in January, were there when we sailed on the Grand Princess. It's going to be really cool to go back and experience it again with all of you. We get in at 7 in the morning, and we'll be there till 3 in the afternoon. After that, we hit Tortola, and it's one of the most beautiful islands in the Caribbean. A great chance to get off the ship and just go explore. This is an early port day. We arrive at 6:45 and depart at 2 p.m. Then we get one more sea day to have as much fun as we can while we're on the boat. And that's before heading to Great Stirrup Cay, Norwegian's private island. That day is about relaxing. Beach, drinks, food, drinks, food, beach. Easy day. So now that we know where we're going, the next question is, what are we going to do in these ports? And we'll show you that in the next video.